To transfer from Illinois Chicago, averages 12. He is another prolific three-point shooter. Hits 32 three-pointers through 11 games so far and shoots 40% from behind the arc. Caden Warner, the junior from Cincinnati, spent time previously in the state of West Virginia at Huntington St. Joe's, played for the Fighting Irish during his high school career. He averages 11.5 points per game, coming off of a great first season with Point Park last year after transferring from Rio Grande, in which he averaged 14 points per contest. So there are guys that can fill it up on this team for Point Park, as well as somebody that can get them the ball. Jalen Stewart, the 6'3 point guard, has spent time at Seton Hill, IUP, and West Liberty. He's well-traveled, but has been a very consistent Division II college basketball player over the last few years. On the other side, West Virginia State still looking for answers in the midst of this losing streak. Will have a change in the starting lineup today. Andrew Shull is not dressed for West Virginia State, has a walking boot on his left foot, and he is not going to play today. Cameron Wilkes is in line for his first career start in a West Virginia State uniform. The backup point guard behind Shull this season, averaging 5 points, 4 rebounds per game, has had big moments throughout the year, but is going to need to really step up today. The product of Hedgesville High School, Martinsburg, West Virginia native, looking to get things going for the Yellow Jackets today. We will step away for the final time before tip-off. The national anthem and the starting lineups are next. This is West Virginia State basketball on 107.3 The Beat.
You have dreams.
A better life, a better job, a better you.
So where do you start to build the skills necessary to get there?
At West Virginia State, you are not just a number, you are who you choose to be.
You receive personal attention from award-winning faculty.
You study in nationally recognized programs.
You learn the skills that will get you the job you know you can have.
No matter where you want to go
or what you want to do,
it starts at State.
No weekend plans? Try some of ours. From unrivaled outdoor adventure you won't find anywhere else in the world, to hometown plates and platters that pair well with the local craft beers. The happiest hours start here. Mountaineer Country. Come, go wild.
Little General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. That's nearly 50 years of providing those essential needs for your daily journey. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. We know these last couple years haven't been easy, but with every sunrise and sunset, you keep us going. To the LG family, the moms, dads, sisters, brothers, sons, and daughters of West Virginia, thank you.
For over 4 decades, the health plan has been rooted in your community and the state of West Virginia, a steady part of your family and your business. We're here for you with health services designed to manage and improve your well-being. The health plan is powered by a team of dedicated healthcare professionals and trusted local partners, because your health deserves more than just coverage. It deserves commitment. The health plan, here for you.
You have dreams.
A better life, a better job, a better you.
So where do you start to build the skills necessary to get there?
At West Virginia State, you are not just a number, you are who you choose to be.
You receive personal attention from award-winning faculty.
You study in nationally recognized programs.
You learn the skills that will get you the job you know you can have.
No matter where you want to go
or what you want to do,
it starts at State.
No weekend plans? Try some of ours. From unrivaled outdoor adventure you won't find anywhere else in the world, to hometown plates and platters that pair well with the local craft beers. The happiest hours start here. Mountaineer Country. Come, go wild.
Little General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. That's nearly 50 years of providing those essential needs for your daily journey. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part.
It's effectively a 5-guard lineup. The tallest player on the floor to start the game is going to be 6'4" Greg Williams, the transfer from the University of District of Columbia. Averages 12 points, 4.5 rebounds per contest. And excuse me, he is the second tallest man on the floor behind Aiden Anderson, the 6'5" senior, 190 pounds, out of Mount Laurel, New Jersey. His second season with Point Park since transferring from Lincoln. Averages a team best 16 points and 4 rebounds. Also on the wing, Grant Welch, a redshirt sophomore, 6'3", 180 pounds from Moline, Illinois. Averages 12 points, has made a team high 32 three-pointers in 11 games so far. A transfer from Illinois Chicago, where he appeared in 5 games as a walk-on over 2 seasons. Also in the starting lineup, Jalen Stewart, 6'3", 185-pound redshirt senior from Buffalo, New York. Averages 7.5 points and 2 rebounds per game. Spent last year at West Liberty, where he did not appear in a game, after 2 years at Indiana University of Pennsylvania, where he averaged 7 points and 3 rebounds per contest. Began his career at Seton Hill in the 2021-22 season. Played in 27 games there for the Griffins. And the fifth starter for Point Park is the point guard, Caden Warner, 5'11", 170, a redshirt junior out of Cincinnati, Ohio. Averages 11.5 points, 4.5 rebounds, and 3 assists per game. A transfer from the University of Rio Grande in his second season at Point Park. Spent time during his high school career at Huntington St. Joe's before finishing up at a prep school in North Carolina. For West Virginia State, one change to the starting lineup in the absence of Andrew Shull, who has a walking boot on his left foot today and is not in uniform. Cameron Wilkes will run the point. The 6'1", 185-pound junior from Martinsburg averages 5 points and 4 rebounds per contest. He'll be joined in the backcourt by Norris Bourne, the transfer from McCook Community College. Averages 6 points, 2 rebounds per game, and is West Virginia State's top 3-point shooter at 48% on the season. On the wings, Trey Harris, 6'7", 205-pound junior from Houston, Texas, is the leading scorer for West Virginia State right now at 12 points per game, 4.5 rebounds per contest. Excluding Ishmael Smith for West Virginia State, of course. He shoots 45% from three-point range and has hit 18 triples on the season. He's joined at the forward spot by Hassan Belkadar, 6'9", 185-pound junior from Poissy, France. 9 points and 6 rebounds per contest. 2 games removed from his career high back on Saturday. That came against Frostburg State, but he really struggled on Wednesday against Salem, looking to regain his form. And then in the middle, Mr. Consistent, Amaric Toussaint, 6'10", 226, a senior from Saint-Denis Réunion, averaging 9 points and 6 rebounds per game, shooting 57% from the field on the season in his second year with the Yellow Jackets since coming over from Marshall. The coaching matchup, you could not ask for a bigger difference in experience. Brian Poore for West Virginia State in his 27th season, over 400 wins with the Yellow Jackets. On the other side, Ryan Granditz, a first-year head coach since coming over from Damon, where he was the top assistant for a top 10 team in the nation. Point Park in its road black uniforms, tops and bottoms with a thick white band bisected by a thin black stripe at the bottom of the shorts. White squares on tops of the shoulders with a black stripe as well. Gold block numerals with Point Park piped in gold over that number. It is a black background, and the name Point Park is drawn on in gold. For West Virginia State, home whites with gold striping down either side of the jerseys and shorts. Gold numerals outlined in black, and the Stinger logo above the number on the chest for West Virginia State. It's Toussaint in the center circle, ready to jump it off with Aiden Anderson from Point Park. 20 minutes on the clock. A chance at a second Mountain East Conference win for both of these teams today. West Virginia State and Point Park battling to get out of the bottom of the Mountain East Conference standings. Ball being passed around between the players on both sides, and now we're ready to go. I'll tell you what, Anderson is listed at 6'5", but Toussaint at 6'10". Those two are less than 5 inches apart in height. And after a brief delay, we're ready to go. Ball in the air. Toussaint, on a little bit of a delay, is able to tip it to Trey Harris, and we're ready to play ball. Given up to Cameron Wilkes to walk it over midcourt for the Jackets. Dribbles it down left wing, picks it up inside Toussaint. They immediately go to the big man with the size advantage on Anderson. He turns to the right hand, hook shot, and drops it in. Easy two for Amaric Toussaint over the left shoulder, and the West Virginia State has the first bucket of the game. 20 seconds gone. It's Anderson straight away off to Stewart. Left side, Welch popping out. Stewart, left foul line extended. Gets a screen from Anderson. He's double teamed. Bounces it to Anderson in the corner. Left-handed three. Buries it. Aiden Anderson with his 15th three-pointer of the season. Shoots 44% behind the line. Belkadar the other way, picked up by Greg Williams. Goes pick and roll inside to Toussaint, who's bumped on his way to the hoop by Grant Welch. It's a blocking foul. West Virginia State basketball out of bounds. First foul on Grant Welch, team foul number 1, first foul of the game. Norris Bourne to throw it in, baseline right for West Virginia State. Backside, they go to Toussaint. He's knocked off balance by Anderson, gets it back, right back to that hook shot, hits the nose of the rim and puts it in. Back-to-back buckets for Toussaint with the size advantage on the inside. This is a small team in general for Point Park. Keelan Allen, their biggest player at 6'7". Expect to see him off the bench today. Jalen Stewart gets the ball, foul line extended left side, attacks with the right hand into the lane on Toussaint, out to the right side. This is Williams with a left-hand dribble to Warner straight away, down the lane on Belkadar. Turnaround, fall-away jumper, drops in from 8 feet. 1 point lead for Point Park, 5-4. Inbounded to midcourt for Belkadar, who walks it into the front court. Back between the circles for Cameron Wilkes to set the offense. 90 seconds gone. Point Park with a 1 point lead. High post to Toussaint. Dribble handoff. Belkadar right side. Quick trigger three-pointer. Off the back of the rim. High arcing rebound grabbed by Caden Warner. He'll push it up the floor. Across midcourt for Point Park. Between his legs. Pitches it off to Anderson. Left side Welch. He'll take the three. He's hit. He's fouled. He hit the shot. Bourne got underneath Welch, who switched the three, and he'll get a chance at the 4-point play. Eight to 4, the Point Park lead. And Welch at the line where he shoots 80%. Puts it up, puts it in. 9-4, the advantage. Belkadar inbound for Cameron Wilkes. Right hand dribble. Wilkes making his first start for West Virginia State. Andrew Shull out with an injury. On to the right wing, Norris Bourne guarded by Welch. Steps back, takes a 27-footer off the back of the rim. Rebound Warner. And he'll bring it across midcourt himself, directing traffic. Skipped left side. Welch drives with the left hand. Got around Bourne, lays it in. 6 points in 2 possessions for Grant Welch. And Brian Poore going to quickly go to the bench. Wilkes into the front court. Waves Bourne through, gets it to Belkadar. Crossover left hand, skipped out Bourne right side, looking inside for Toussaint. Puts down a right hand dribble back to Belkadar out high. Left side for Trey Harris, his first touch. He works the baseline on Warner, turns, fires, 15-footer, got it. Trey Harris with 18 points back on Wednesday against Salem. And a chance to get back at it today. Jalen Stewart straight away, guarded by Wilkes. Crossover left hand goes between his legs and pulls it back behind the three-point line. Off to Aiden Anderson, left wing. He's defended by Toussaint. Anderson into the corner now for Stewart. 2 dribbles, pulls up, left-handed jumper from 17. Rims out, grabbed by Toussaint. Wilkes up the floor, left side, Belkadar. Into the corner, Trey Harris, guarded there by Welch. Jab steps, drives right, into the lane, hangs, teardrop, off the back of the rim and in. Point Park asking for an offensive goaltending call because Belkadar reached up and tapped the rim as that shot went through. They're not going to wave it off. 3-point game, 11-8, Point Park in front. Warner straight away onto the wing now for Anderson. He's guarded there by Bourne. Back around top of the key for Stewart. To Welch, popping out left side. Pops the quick three. Missed it long. Rebound, tipped down, grabbed by Williams. Point Park basketball with 20 on the shot clock. Back to Anderson between the circles. Jab steps, driving now on Toussaint. Left of the lane, looking for Stewart. It's off his fingertips, stolen by Wilkes. One-on-one the other way. Puts it off the glass, plus the foul. Stewart rode him all the way to the rim. Wilkes with the body control to put it off the window. Will go to the free throw line with a chance at the 3-point play. First substitution coming for West Virginia State is Blake Goodman into the game for Norris Bourne. Goodman, the transfer from Eastern Illinois, making his 4th appearance for West Virginia State since becoming eligible for the start of the second semester. Second shot, rather the only shot, good there for Cameron Wilkes. 11-11 our score here was 16-16 to play in the game. Inbound to Stewart. He'll trot it across midcourt down the right side, picked up by Wilkes. Between the rings, Anderson off for Greg Williams. They weave it over to Welch, now left wing for Stewart. Sizing up Wilkes, jab steps left, puts down a right hand dribble, pick and roll looking for Anderson. Ball went off a foot, and it will stay on this end with Point Park. Warner will throw it in left baseline. Shot clock reset to 20, 16:01 to play in the half. Warner sends his team into motion, lobs it for Anderson in the corner, nearly went off his fingertips. He's able to track it down, brings it back out high, driving on Toussaint with the right hand, steps back, 17-footer from the right elbow, missed it. Rimmed out rebound, Blake Goodman. Out to the right side, Cameron Wilkes pushes it over midcourt, driving with the left hand behind his back, lobbing it underneath for Toussaint, posted on Anderson. He's double teamed, spins to his right, puts it off the glass, won't go. Offensive rebound, Harris sticks it back. And West Virginia State goes back in front, 13-11. It's a 7-0 run. Greg Williams gets the ball right wing. Out high, Anderson around left side. Welch to Warner, popping out top of the key. Anderson screens for him, working to his right. Strides through the lane, kicks it out. Williams, left-handed, left corner three, buries it. Point Park back in front, 14-13. Stops a 9-0 West Virginia State run. Belkadar the other way. Goodman screens for him. He bounces it inside Toussaint. Spins to the baseline, reverse layup, puts it in. Toussaint having to work quickly, knowing that double team was coming. And he's able to dance his way down and put it in. Substitutions coming for Point Park at the next dead ball will be their first of the game. Anderson out high, left side, Welch right back to Williams, pops the three, off back iron, long rebound, Anderson top of the key. Looking to get it to Welch, he does, high to the left side. Welch gets a screen, one dribble, takes the three, Goodman fouled him, he got another one. Goodman hit him from behind, Welch ended up on the floor, and he'll have a shot at the 4-point play after immediate timeout. 17-15 is West Virginia State's deficit against Point Park. Grant Welch with a couple of three-pointers and another chance at a 4-point play. We'll be back after the timeout. This is Yellow Jacket Basketball on 107.3 The Beat.
You have dreams.
1 minute, please.
You have dreams.
A better life, a better job, a better you.
So where do you start to build the skills necessary to get there?
At West Virginia State, you are not just a number, you are who you choose to be.
You receive personal attention from award-winning faculty.
You study in nationally recognized programs.
You learn the skills that will get you the job you know you can have.
No matter where you want to go
Or what you want to do,
It starts at State.
Little General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. That's nearly 50 years of providing those essential needs for your daily journey. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. We know these last couple years haven't been easy, but with every sunrise and sunset, you keep us going. To the LG family, the moms, dads, sisters, brothers, sons, and daughters of West Virginia, thank you.
2-point game as West Virginia State and Point Park feel each other out here in Mountain East Conference men's basketball action. Busy day around the league as always. This Wednesday, Saturday schedule, you get into the rhythm of it, but that doesn't mean it's any less busy. And we'll give you an update on what's going on elsewhere in the conference coming up during our halftime show. 14:46 to play here first half. Point Park with a 17-15 lead. Grant Welch at the free throw line, the three-point marksman, going for his second 4-point play here in the first half. Point Park making some substitutions during the timeout. They've also got one player at the scorer's table to replace Welch if he makes this shot. Jaden Davis has come into the game, 5'9" freshman from Pittsburgh, along with Emeka Anwa. As the shot is good for Welch. Anwa, a junior, transfer from Lawson State Community College, originally from Birmingham, Alabama, a 6'4" guard. And now Welch gives way to Rob Keys, who was the leading scorer back on Thursday for Point Park against Charleston, 6'2" senior from Philadelphia. Davis guards the point guard, Cameron Wilkes, who comes over midcourt. Gets a screen from Toussaint. Left side around to Hassan Belkadar. Looking inside instead, Belkadar will drive it himself. Kicks it out, Blake Goodman for a right wing three. Left it short. Toussaint tips the rebound. It's loose. It's grabbed by Wilkes. He's double teamed. Underneath for Toussaint. Skipped high for Belkadar. And a whistle and a stoppage. Belkadar, after everybody stopped, hit the open three. And I'm still not entirely sure what the issue is. It was a shot clock problem. So they're going to reset it to 15 seconds. Nobody was making a clear signal. Inbound goes top of the key to Toussaint. Handed off Wilkes. Wilkes to his left off a screen. Steps back behind the three-point line. Pitches it to Goodman. He attacks with the left hand. Inside Toussaint on Anderson. Righty hook shot. Got another. Toussaint makes it a 1-point game, 18-17. Emerick Toussaint, the 6'10 center, taking advantage of the size difference with this small Point Park lineup. He nearly got a steal there. Instead, it falls to Anderson. Right side, Williams working down to the baseline. Right side, he pulls up from 12 and hits the turnaround jumper over Trey Harris. 20-17. Back comes Harris up the floor left side. He's guarded by Anwa. Inside looking for Toussaint. Pass nearly rolled out of bounds. Toussaint, deep left corner, finds Goodman cutting into the lane with a size advantage. Turns to the right hand and puts it in. You got the 6'7" Goodman on Rob Keys at 6'2". It's an easy bucket. Under 13.5 minutes left first half, a 1-point game. Anderson gives it up for Williams. Left side to Anwa. Now on to the wing for Davis. Jaden Davis, the 5'9 freshman, whips a pass to the corner. Williams, catch and shoot three. He's hot. He got another one to go. 23-19, Point Park ahead by 4. Wilkes up the floor for West Virginia State, goes behind his back, attack, spins to his right, out to Belkadar right side, a shot fake on Anwa, spins, pulls up, 15-footer with a hand in his face, nearly banked it in. Instead it drops to Jaden Davis. Back the other way comes Point Park into the front court. Davis down the lane, inside, Anderson, lefty, lays it in, plus the foul. Toussaint bumped him as he went up, and Anderson's got a crack at the three-point play. Welch to the scorer's table to check in for Point Park. Norris Bourne will come in for West Virginia State. He replaces Belkadar. Greg Williams is going to check out. And Keelan Allen is going to stay at the scorer's table. Looks like he's in line to replace Anderson, who can put Point Park up by 7. Free throw on the way is good. He is 26 of 27 at the line now this season. And the 6'7 Allen, biggest player on the roster, is going to come into the game, a transfer from Parkside. Inbound to Wilkes, who's picked up the length of the floor by Davis. Gets it across midcourt with a waist-high left-hand dribble, backs it down onto the wing, looking inside to Toussaint, and will quickly get a whistle and a foul caught on Allen for a push in behind on Toussaint. 12:41 to play in this first half. West Virginia State trails Point Park by 7, 26-19. Bourne back in the game will inbound, lobs it into the corner left side for Harris. Fakes the handoff to Bourne, now jab steps right, drives down the baseline, stops in the lane, out to Wilkes straight away. He backs his way into the free throw line, 15-footer turnaround jumper off the back of the rim. Rebound underneath Grant Welch. Point Park ball the other way, up the right side, it goes to Keys. Keys between his legs, working into the lane, traverses across the paint, sends it back out high to Davis. Davis, high post for Keelan Allen, working to the left side. Guarded by Toussaint, back to Davis straight away. They go pick and roll inside. Allen spins, puts it up over Harris and scores. 9-point Point Park lead. Harris gets it to Wilkes. Davis guarding him 94 feet from the hoop. Wilkes over the time stripe, sets the offense with 12 minutes left in this first half. One hands it out right side for Blake Goodman. Goodman between the circles, Bourne. Puts down a right-hand dribble. Probing his way into the free throw line, gets it to Toussaint. He drives right hand in on Allen. He's bumped, no whistle. Rebound grabbed underneath by Point Park. Outlet right side, Davis. They can go ahead by double digits. It's Welch, left side, quickly takes the three, swish. 12-point game, timeout West Virginia State. 11:35 left in the first half. And Point Park on an 11-0 run has gone up by double digits. Timeout on the floor, it's Yellow Jacket basketball on 107.3 The Beat.
over 4 decades, the health plan has been rooted in your community and the state of West Virginia, a steady part of your family and your business. We're here for you with health services designed to manage and improve your well-being. The health plan is powered by a team of dedicated healthcare professionals and trusted local partners, because your health deserves more than just coverage. It deserves commitment. The health plan, here for you.
West Virginia State basketball out of the timeout, trailing by 12. Cameron Wilkes brings it across midcourt. Norris Bourne gets the ball left side, looking into Amarick Toussaint, who's being pushed out of the lane by Keelan Allen. And that forearm to the ribs is going to give Allen his second personal foul. He's been in the game really less than 2 minutes, and he's already picked up 2 personals. That's team foul number 4 against Point Park. They're going to leave Allen in the game. Inbound for Norris Bourne on the left side. Bourne needs to get it in, and it's a 5-second violation. Turned over back to Point Park, leading by 12. 11-0 run over the last 2 minutes for the Pioneers. West Virginia State has not scored in more than 2 minutes itself. Jaden Davis, the freshman point guard, across midcourt. On to the right side now for Emeka Anwa. West Virginia State has gone into a zone defense. It's a 2-3 with Grant Welch on the left side. Back out high, Rob Keys. Right side, Davis spins around Trey Harris. Pulls up 15-footer off the front of the rim. Rebound tipped in the air. Whistle and a foul called underneath on Point Park. And that's going to be the third on Keelan Allen in basically 3 trips down the floor. And that's going to force Aiden Anderson up off the bench for Point Park and back into the game. Again, this is a Point Park team that has very little depth in the front court. Anderson was their biggest starter at 6'5". Allen's the tallest player on the roster at 6'7", and he picked up 3 fouls in a very short period of time. So it's West Virginia State ball, 11 minutes to go here in the first half. Trailing by 12. Wilkes to the head of the key for Toussaint. Dribbles, fakes the handoff to Goodman, takes it down the right side of the lane, and powers it in over Aiden Anderson. Runs back down the floor, says he's too small. Toussaint's got 10 on 5 of 7 shooting in the first 10 minutes. West Virginia State trails 31-21. Anwa with the ball outside, bounces it onto the wing right side for Jaden Davis. He's guarded out of the zone by Cameron Wilkes. Davis centers the ball up out high to Keys on the left side. Works with a right-hand dribble, fakes inside, gives it back to Davis. He jab steps right, pitches it out high for Grant Welch. Whipped underneath for Anderson. How'd he find him under there? Anderson working on Toussaint. Fall-away jumper, got it. Just caught the backside of the West Virginia State defense napping. Wilkes quickly across midcourt, guarded by Davis, goes behind his back, left side, Norris Bourne. Jab steps, takes a 3 with a hand at his face, left it short. Rebound tipped down, grabbed by Davis. Headed back the other way across midcourt. Davis directing traffic, settles at the top of the key. Toussaint went for the steal, deflected it out of play. And that will take us to immediate timeout. 9:53 to play first half. Point Park ahead of West Virginia State by 12. 33-21 is our score. It's Yellow Jacket basketball on 107.3 The Beat.
You have dreams.
A better life, a better job, a better you.
So where do you start to build the skills necessary to get there?
At West Virginia State, you are not just a number, you are who you choose to be.
You receive personal attention from award-winning faculty.
You study in nationally recognized programs.
You learn the skills that will get you the job you know you can have.
No matter where you want to go
or what you want to do,
it starts at State.
Little General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. That's nearly 50 years of providing those essential needs for your daily journey. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. We know these last couple years haven't been easy, but with every sunrise and sunset, you keep us going. To the LG family, the moms, dads, sisters, brothers, sons, and daughters of West Virginia, thank you.
West Virginia State trails Point Park 33-21 with 9:53 left on the clock in the first half. Yellow Jackets have been solid from the field, 10 of 18 shooting, but have allowed Point Park to go 12 of 17 and are really struggling to defend the three-point line. Point Park is 6 of 8 for three-point range just over 10 minutes into this game. Out of the timeout, Jalen Stewart returns to the lineup 4-Point Park out there with Aiden Anderson, Rob Keys, Grant Welch, and Emeka Anwa. West Virginia State goes with Norris Bourne, Trey Harris, Cameron Wilkes, Blake Goodman, and Emmerich Toussaint. Keys gets it out high to set up against West Virginia State's 2-3 zone. Left side to Welch. Onto the wing for Emeka Anwa. He fakes a pass down into the corner, spins it back out high for Welch. Now into the high post for Jalen Stewart. Kicked out. Keys, left wing three. Knocked down by Goodman. Shot didn't go, but he'll get 3 free throws. West Virginia State will make a substitution here in a moment, but Rob Keys is going to go to the free throw line first. He's only attempted 8 free throws this season. The 6'2 senior from Philadelphia in his second season with Point Park since transferring from Marshalltown Community College. His first free throw rims out. That's the second foul on Goodman. Keys averaged 5 points a year ago for Point Park. His second shot drops in. Jalen Subject will come into the game to replace Trey Harris. So Goodman will stay out there with those 2 fouls. Third shot coming here for Rob Keys can give Point Park a 14-point lead. Lefty puts it up. That's off the back of the rim, rebounded by Cameron Wilkes. 9.5 minutes to play first half. It's a 13-point West Virginia State deficit. Wilkes navigates across midcourt, throws a pass through the hands of Norris Bourne. It's loose on the floor. It falls back to Bourne, who takes it to the rim and slams it. And Emmerich Toussaint was taken out in the chaos of that play, and he is on the sideline clutching his left knee. He's going to pop back up to his feet. Now, I will say, back Wednesday against Salem, Toussaint went knee to knee with a Salem player and was in a lot of discomfort, and he's got a wrap on that left knee. I would have to imagine that just probably woke up a pretty big bruise as he went down to the floor. He's going to be helped to the sideline rather gingerly. Trey Harris back into the game for West Virginia State. So small lineups on the floor for both teams. Point Park really, because it doesn't have any other options. West Virginia State now with Toussaint on the sideline. And again, that's a big loss. He's got 10 points and has largely not been able to be stopped on the inside by this Point Park defense. Rob Keys trots it across midcourt. West Virginia State sets up in its zone. Subject at 6'5" is effectively the center on the floor. Keys in the deep right corner, works down the baseline, spins back, and sends it out high for Aiden Anderson. He stops top of the key, picked up his pivot foot, and traveled. West Virginia State ball going the other way, 9:04 to play first half. (34-23) is the Point Park lead. Yellow Jackets trying to chip away. Wilkes hands it off left side for Blake Goodman. One-handed onto the right wing for Subject. Now given up for Norris Bourne. Straight away it's Wilkes attacking to the left elbow. Stops, pitches it out right side. Goodman, one dribble, pulls up 17-footer. Left it short, long rebound. Grabbed by Grant Welch. Bourne fell down on the play. It's a 5-on-4 the other way. Anderson back to Welch. Deep three straight away. Back iron no good. Wilkes had the rebound tipped away out of bounds by Keys. It's Yellow Jacket basketball. Toussaint up on his feet, trying to keep that knee loosened up. Changes here for Point Park bring Williams and Warner back in. So it's the starting 5 into the game for Point Park. 8.5 minutes left. It's an 11-point deficit for West Virginia State. Bourne down onto the right wing, gets a screen from Subject, back between the circles. Harris working over onto the left side on a dribble, gives it up for Goodman. Back straight away for Jalen Subject. He's defended by Anderson. Now to Wilkes. He jab steps on Warner, attacks with the left hand, gets into the lane, hangs, can't get it to go off the glass. Rebound tipped out, grabbed by Subject. He's stripped from behind. Stewart knocked it onto the floor. Bourne down for it, tips it to Subject. Skipped out left side. Bourne on the attack. Euro steps around. Anderson lays it in. It was Goodman that kept the play alive on the floor. Subject got it to Bourne, who takes it to the hoop for 2. Under 8 minutes to play first half. West Virginia State back within single digits at 9, 34-25. Ball reversed right side. Warner into the corner. Anderson takes the three, rattles it in. That's the 7th first half three-pointer for Point Park. And the lead is 12, 37-25. Wilkes waves Subject through, hands it off for Harris on the left side. Dribbling into the free throw line, picks up the bounce, pass deflected, it falls to Bourne, he attacks on Welch, hangs, puts it off the window and in, plus the foul. 3-point play coming for Norris Bourne. Chance at the line here for West Virginia State's two-guard Norris Bourne. He's got 6 here in the first half. A chance at 7. Hassan Belkadar coming back in for West Virginia State. Going to give Wilkes a breather. Be interested to see who runs the show for West Virginia State with its only true point guard available out of the game. Shot up and in for Bourne. Lead back down to 9. It's a short bench for West Virginia State, especially with Toussaint nursing that left knee. Warner across midcourt for Point Park, gives it up for Stewart. Stewart left of the circle, now to Aiden Anderson. Warner comes out and gets the ball on a handoff. Now a screen from Anderson working to his right, switched on to Subject. Skip pass, right corner. Greg Williams for 3. Missed it long. Rebound grabbed underneath by Belkadar. Pushes it up the floor for West Virginia State. Across midcourt, down into the free throw line. Out to Bourne, left side, jab steps. Now will take the 3 over Welch. He got it! Norris Bourne with 6 points in 2 possessions has the Jackets back within 6, 37-31. Williams on the right side to Anderson, top of the three-point circle. Right side, Stewart faces up to the basket to Warner, left alone. He'll pop the 3 straight on, swish. Lead back to 9 for Point Park. 6.5 minutes to go first half. Trey Harris over midcourt. Crosses over left hand, goes between his legs, working on Stewart. Stops, 15-footer from the free throw line. Left it short. Rebound, Grant Welch, middle of the lane. Outlet right side, Warner waves his team up the floor. Sends it up left side for Anderson. Back to Warner, gets the play call from Ryan Grant. It's on the sideline. Hands it off for Stewart, out high to the left. 6:10 to play first half. Stewart with a right-hand dribble, switched on to Belkadar. Works into the lane with the left, hangs, puts it off the glass and in. 6 minutes left, lead back to 11, 42-31. And Subject threw it out of bounds. Belkadar had his back turned. Subject tried to flip it to him in transition, and it bounced into the Point Park bench. 5:55 to play first half. Point Park leads West Virginia State 42-31. Welch pops out left wing. Here's the 3 off the back of the rim. Chases his own rebound. Whips it underneath. Nice find for Anderson. He lays it in. 44-31. Toussaint back to the scorer's table for West Virginia State. Subject over midcourt, goes between his legs, drives on Anderson, takes it down to the block. He's double teamed. Out for Belkadar left side. Whips it to Harris straight away. 1 dribble, pops the 3, swish. 3-pointer number 19 for Trey Harris. 10-point game, 44-34. Trey's got 9, 4 of 5 from the floor. Stewart dances top of the key, goes between his legs, switched on to Harris. His pass deflected. Belkadar nearly took it away. Instead, it's Welch probing into the lane, stops, turns, scoops it off the glass and scores. West Virginia State struggling to get stops. Point Park is 17 of 25 from the field. Under 5 minutes to play first half. It's Harris working the left wing, crosses over, drives on Stewart, gets around him, lays it up and draws the foul. It'll put Trey Harris at the free throw line for 2 after a timeout. Final media time out of the first half. It's Point Park 46, West Virginia State 34. It's Yellow Jacket basketball on 107.3 The Beat.
For over 4 decades, the health plan has been rooted in your community and the state of West Virginia. A steady part of your family and your business. We're here for you with health services designed to manage and improve your well-being. The health plan is powered by a team of dedicated healthcare professionals and trusted local partners. Because your health deserves more than just coverage. It deserves commitment. The health plan. Here for you.
4:48 to go first half. West Virginia State trails Point Park 46-34. Both teams hot from the field, but Point Park's three-point shooting the difference so far. West Virginia State is 15 of 26. That's 58%. Point Park, though, has just been unstoppable. 17 of 25, 68% from the field, and 8 of 13 from 3. 62% from behind the arc. West Virginia State can get back within 10 here, though, with Trey Harris going to the free throw line. He's got 9 points for West Virginia State and will be shooting just the third and fourth free throws for the Jackets here in the first half. These two teams playing pretty clean basketball so far. There's only been 8 free throws attempted in this game at this point. So Harris shooting 2. Can be the third West Virginia State player in double figures, as he, Norris Bourne, and Amarick Toussaint have really shouldered the load. They've got 29 of the 34 so far. First shot for Harris, off the nose of the rim, missed it. Just a 64% free throw shooter, and when you look at a guy that shoots 45% from three-point range, you maybe wonder a little bit why. Second shot here for the righty. Rattles around, that one goes. 10 each for him, Bourne, and Toussaint. 11-point game, 46-35. 4:40 to go in the first half. Davis works it over midcourt. West Virginia State's gone to a 3-2 zone, switching out of its 2-3. It's Jaden Davis between the circles, right side to Grant Welch, back out high for Caden Warner. Shot fake from way outside. Gives it to Anderson on the left side. Welch now underneath on the left block for Greg Williams. Backing in on Toussaint. Picked up the dribble. Back to Welch in the corner. 4 on the shot clock. Davis straight away. Pops the 3. Off the right side. No good. Rebounded by Bourne. Not the shot you wanted there from Jaden Davis. Back comes Bourne across midcourt. Nearly dropped it. Gives it up. Right side for Belkadar, as now Point Park has gone to a 2-3 zone. Belkadar right side, going to challenge that zone with a 24-footer. He missed it off the front of the rim, rebounded by Welch. Outlet right side, Warner takes it on the run across midcourt. Warner crosses over, right hand, right of the circle, onto the right side for Williams, who stepped on the sideline. Under 4 minutes left in this first half. West Virginia State looking to get back within single digits on this possession. Just 10 players in uniform for West Virginia State today. In the absence of Andrew Shull, we have seen 7 so far from head coach Brian Poore. Left wing, it's Trey Harris to the top of the key. Bourne back to Harris. He'll fire the 3 from the left side. Rattles it home. Trey Harris with 13 first half points has West Virginia State back within 8. 46-38. He's hit his 20th three-pointer of the season here in game number 12. 3-2 zone in the half court with 3:20 to play in the half underneath. Anderson by himself on the left block. Subject got pulled out, and he was right there for the layup. 48-38 as Point Park drops into its 2-3. Subject right side. Back between the rings, Bourne. Left side, Harris underneath Toussaint. One-on-one with Anderson. Puts up the hook shot, and that's just unstoppable at this point. Toussaint scores it, and now a violation on Point Park on the inbounds pass. Warner came over the baseline, and it's going to be Yellow Jacket ball. Toussaint still favoring that left knee. Has the compression wrap on it. Again, knocked knees with a Salem player back on Wednesday and seemed to re-aggravated it here earlier in the half. They bounce it into him down on the left block. Warner reaching in, can't get it. Toussaint spins again to the hook shot and puts it off the back of the rim, but he's fouled. Anderson whistled for that one, and he is called for his second. So foul trouble starting to build a bit for Point Park. Allen has 3 and only played about 2 minutes. Jalen Stewart now has 2, and now Anderson, the leading scorer, has 2. Toussaint to the free throw line. First one hits the right side of the rim and goes. He's still under 50% from the free throw line, but has started to find that form. Welch checks in for Anderson, and this is as small a lineup as we've seen today for Point Park. Williams and Emeka Anwa, both at 6'4", are the tallest players on the floor. Second shot, Toussaint swished it. 2 for 2 at the line, back within 6, 48-42, under 3 minutes left first half. Jaden Davis runs the point, swings it right side for Williams, West Virginia State, and it's 3-2 zone still. 20 on the shot clock. Warner gets it left side to Welch, fakes a pass into the corner. Back to Warner straight away. Bourne defends him. Warner drives around him with the left hand, hangs in the air, kicks it out left side. Williams a shot fake, attacks off the dribble to Davis right side. Corner for Warner. He steps back for a three-pointer. He hits it, and he's fouled. Was knocked down by Norris Bourne, and that is going to be potentially the fourth, make it the third 4-point play for, no, it would be the fourth 4-point play for Point Park here in the first half. Warner can stretch the lead back to double figures. Free throw on the way, got it. 52-42 the lead. 2.5 minutes to play, and now some full court pressure from Point Park. That's the second foul on Bourne. He'll stay in the game. Across midcourt to Belkadar, lobbed inside Toussaint, was grabbed by Anwa before he could get the shot up, and he'll go to the line 1-1. So I've got the 6'4 Anwa guarding 6'10 Toussaint, and Emeka Anwa called for the foul. That's his first. Anwa, one of the defensive stoppers for this Point Park team, averages just 3 points and 3 rebounds per game, but can really get it done on that end of the floor. Free throw from Toussaint, swish. He's 3 for 3 at the stripe. Davis checks out. Rob Keys into the game for Point Park. Toussaint gets the bonus shot. Sends it on its way, and he got it. 4 for 4 from Emerick Toussaint here at the free throw line today. 2:20 left in the half, 8-point Point Park lead. 52-44 after the big man's free throws. Anwa gets the ball between the circles, hands it off for Williams. They weave it to Welch on the left side. Welch skipped right over to Warner. Goes between his legs, sizes up the zone. His pass is deflected. Trey Harris took it away. Kicks it ahead for Bourne left side. Back to Harris, 2 minutes on the clock. Harris straight on, driving on Welch, dribbled it off of a foot. It's loose. Bourne fell on top of it. He reaches in and ties Warner up. And the arrow is with Point Park. Point Park coach Ryan Granditz asking for a foul called against Bourne because he kind of ended up behind Warner trying to reach in. But it's a held ball, and it will be Point Park basketball. West Virginia State retreats into the front court. Inbound goes to Rob Keys, and now back to Warner. He walks it over midcourt, gives it up to Emeka Anwa, sizing things up between the circles. Right side, back to Warner. Anwa sets him a screen to the top of the key. Out for Keys left side, drives with the left hand, puts it up over Toussaint. Couldn't get the runner to fall. It's grabbed by Trey Harris. 95 seconds left until halftime. Harris brings it over midcourt right side, shovels it to Belkadar, a shot fake. Back to Bourne between the circles, left side subject, looking for Toussaint inside, can't get it to him. Back to Bourne straight away. High post for Belkadar, faces up on Keys. Lobbed underneath for Toussaint, it's deflected and stolen. Anwa had it, tried to get it to Keys, but he lost the ball out of bounds. Belkadar left the pass a little bit short over the top for Toussaint. It was popped up by Anwa, and the scramble for the ball gives it back to West Virginia State. Ryan Granditz is going to take a timeout here with 1:18 left in the first half. We'll stay here as they take that use it or lose it timeout. It's a 30-second break, 52-44. Point Park ahead of West Virginia State in a high-scoring first half. These two teams both shooting around 60% from the field. West Virginia State 17 of 29 for 59%. Point Park at 66%, 19 of 29, and 9 of 15 from three. It's been a heck of an offensive performance from the Pioneers so far, but West Virginia State hanging right there with them, down by 8. Toussaint has a lot to do with that, taking advantage of that size mismatch inside. 6 of 8 from the field, 16 points, and most importantly for him, 4 of 4 at the free throw line. West Virginia State ball out of the timeout. Point Park comes out in a 2-3 zone. Bourne will throw it in baseline left side. Out to Toussaint, top of the key, left wing Harris. Skip past Belkadar right side. Shot fake, got Welch off his feet. Back to subject straight away, 7 on the shot clock. Left hand dribble to Bourne, left side. Nobody picks him up. Here's the 3. Rattles out, rebound, tipped long, out of bounds into the Point Park bench. Whose ball is it? It'll go to the Pioneers. 64 seconds left in this first half. And it's going to be Rob Keys to inbound for Caden Warner. Warner across midcourt as we hit the 1-minute mark. To Anwa. Bounce to the right side. Warner against the 3-2 zone. Anwa sets him a screen going left, and he leaned into Norris Bourne. Illegal screen called on Anwa. It's his second foul, and it's Yellow Jacket ball with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Point Park stays in the zone. Trey Harris handles the point with Wilkes on the bench. Jogs it over left side, goes between his legs, back out high for Bourne. One dribble down to Belkadar right side. Belkadar, jab steps, a lefty bounce. Back to the top of the key, Bourne. Inside, middle of the lane, Toussaint picks up the dribble. Back to Bourne straight away. Bourne, left wing, goes between his legs. A whistle, a foul underneath is going to go against Point Park. They got Greg Williams holding on to Toussaint. And that's going to put AT back at the free throw line. 11 seconds on the shot clock, not going to matter now. And 35.6 on the game clock. So Toussaint goes to the line. First shot on the way, got that one to go. Toussaint with a very strong first half, 17 points already. That matches his season high scored against Wheeling. His second shot is good. He's already set a West Virginia State career high here in the first half. Had 17 earlier this year against Wheeling, 15 last year against Wheeling, and now with 18 in the first half, it's his best mark as a Yellow Jacket. West Virginia State's within 6. It's a 5-second difference between shot and game clock as Warner brings it back between the circles. Drives with the left hand, draws a double, kicks it out. Williams, right corner three, off the nose of the rim, no. Rebound, Bourne, run out the other way, kicked ahead to Belkadar. He slows it up, now hesitates, takes it down the lane, shovels a pass middle of the lane that's deflected, lost, saved by Anwa into Welch. 4 seconds on the clock. Into the front court for Point Park. He heaves it from the halfway line, and it misses everything. So a chaotic end to the first half takes us to halftime. 52-46. Point Park ahead of West Virginia State. Yellow Jackets trailed in that half by as much as 13. They're back within 6, and we've got an exciting second half coming up when we return. We'll have our first half stats coming your way, followed by a look at the scoreboard around the Mountain East Conference. After this, it's Yellow Jacket basketball on 107.3 The Beat.
Have dreams.
You have dreams.
You have dreams.
A better life, a better job, a better you.
So where do you start to build the skills necessary to get there?
For more than 125 years, West Virginia State University has been educating generations of students who have gone on to change the world.
At West Virginia State, you are not just a number, you are who you choose to be.
You receive personal attention from award-winning faculty.
You study in nationally recognized programs.
You learn the skills that will get you the job you know you can have.
No matter where you want to go
or what you want to do,
it starts at State.
For over 4 decades, the health plan has been rooted in your community and the state of West Virginia. A steady part of your family and your business. We're here for you with health services designed to manage and improve your well-being. The health plan is powered by a team of dedicated healthcare professionals and trusted local partners. Because your health deserves more than just coverage. It deserves commitment. The health plan. Here for you.
Have dreams.
You have dreams.
you have dreams.
A better life, a better job, a better you.
So where do you start to build the skills necessary to get there?
for more than 125 years, West Virginia State University has been educating generations of students who have gone on to change the world.
At West Virginia State, you are not just a number, you are who you choose to be.
You receive personal attention from award-winning faculty.
You study in nationally recognized programs.
you learn the skills that will get you the job you know you can have.
No matter where you want to go
or what you want to do,
it starts at State.
For over 4 decades, the health plan has been rooted in your community and the state of West Virginia. A steady part of your family and your business. We're here for you with health services designed to manage and improve your well-being. The health plan is powered by a team of dedicated healthcare professionals and trusted local partners. Because your health deserves more than just coverage. It deserves commitment. The health plan. Here for you.
Coming from Emmerich Toussaint, he was also 6 of 6 at the free throw line. Not a lot of fast break points in that half, though, either. You take a look at the individual numbers. Toussaint already with a career high 18 points, 6 of 8 from the floor, 6 of 6 from three-point range. Trey Harris has 13. Norris Bourne has 10. Cameron Wilkes with 3. And Blake Goodman with 2. On the other side for Point Park, Grant Welch leads the way with 15 points on 5 of 8 shooting. 9 for Caden Warner. Aiden Anderson, has 15 as well. Ended that half on the bench with 2 personal fouls. Warner has 9. Greg Williams has 5. Jalen Stewart has 5. And you've got 2 for Keelan Allen and 1 for Rob Keys in the first half for Point Park. Let's take a look at what else is going on around the Mountain East Conference. Another very high-scoring game going down between Wheeling and Frostburg State. That game has 17 minutes left in the second half, and Wheeling leads 67-54. That game was 63-51 at halftime. DJ Daniel has 23 for Frostburg, and Caleb Murray has 19 for Wheeling, who has just scored to go up by 15, 69-54. West Virginia Wesleyan on the road at Glenville State, looking for its first win. Glenville has a 16-point lead at the half, 51-35. Don Cologne Lewis with 14 points to lead the way for Glenville State. Isaiah Baker and Curtis Litton each with 10 for West Virginia Wesleyan. Davis and Elkins and Concord are tied at halftime, 41 apiece. Anthony Hanna has 17 for Concord, 8 each for Matthew Gray and Dontrell Jenkins for West Virginia Wesleyan in that game. Would be a big win, for Davis and Elkins, would be a big win for D&E, which is 5-8 on the season, looking to turn their season around. Concord 9-3, competing for a top spot in the conference tournament at this point. And maybe the biggest game of the Mountain East schedule so far between Fairmont State and West Liberty. 5 minutes to play in the first half of that game. Fairmont State leads 31-26 against West Liberty. Ty Hill Peterson has 8 for Fairmont State. Hayden Abdullah has 7 for West Liberty. Again, that game still in its first half. West Liberty ranked number 13 in the country. Fairmont State falling out of the top 25 after losing to Charleston last week. And again, one game outside the conference right now. It is Charleston against Salem. UC leads by 5 at the half. 32-27 is the score in that game. Ben Nickel has 8 points for UC. Zakai Fallon, who lit up West Virginia State back on Wednesday, has 16 at the half for Salem. Again, our score here at halftime between West Virginia State and Point Park, it's the Pioneers 52, the Yellow Jackets 46. West Virginia State trailed by as much as 13, but gets it back to single digits going into the half, holding Point Park scoreless for the final 2 minutes and 30 seconds before halftime. Emmerich Toussaint leads all scorers with 18 points for West Virginia State. We'll take a look at your sports headlines and return with second half action after this. It's Yellow Jacket basketball on 107.3 The Beat. All right, and if you don't mind adding another 3 minutes after this, I'm going to take a quick break and I'll be back. Thanks.
You have dreams.
A better life, a better job, a better you.
So where do you start to build the skills necessary to get there?
At West Virginia State, you are not just a number, you are who you choose to be.
You receive personal attention from award-winning faculty.
You study in nationally recognized programs.
You learn the skills that will get you the job you know you can have.
No matter where you want to go
or what you want to do,
it starts at State.
No weekend plans? Try some of ours. From unrivaled outdoor adventure you won't find anywhere else in the world, to hometown plates and platters that pair well with the local craft beers. The happiest hours start here. Mountaineer Country. Come, go wild.
Little General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. That's nearly 50 years of providing those essential needs for your daily journey. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. We know these last couple years haven't been easy, but with every sunrise and sunset, you keep us going. To the LG family, the moms, dads, sisters, brothers, sons, and daughters of West Virginia, thank you.
For over 4 decades, the health plan has been rooted in your community and the state of West Virginia. A steady part of your family and your business. We're here for you with health services designed to manage and improve your well-being. The health plan is powered by a team of dedicated healthcare professionals and trusted local partners. Because your health deserves more than just coverage. It deserves commitment. The health plan. Here for you.
West Virginia State trails Point Park by 6 at the half, 52-46. The Yellow Jackets coming back late in that half with a strong run of defense. 2.5-minute scoring drought for Point Park going into halftime, and West Virginia State trims a 13-point deficit down to 6 before the break. In that first half, Emmerich Toussaint already setting a career high with 18 points for West Virginia State. 13 for Trey Harris, 10 for Norris Bourne. On the other side, Grant Welch and Aiden Anderson each have 15. And right now, this game could really tip in either direction, because for West Virginia State, you had some low lows in that first half, but despite a really difficult defensive first 20 minutes, you are within single digits. I mean, this is a 6-point game with 20 minutes left on the clock. Anytime you allow a team to shoot 19 of 30, you're not expecting to be down by just 6 points at the break, but that's what you are. Out of the halftime break, West Virginia State goes with its starters: Trey Harris, Hassan Belkadar, Cameron Wilkes, Emmerich Toussaint, and Norris Bourne. It'll be Yellow Jacket ball. And on the other side, Point Park goes with its 5 as well: Caden Warner, Jalen Stewart, Grant Welch, Aiden Anderson, and Greg Williams. Anderson and Stewart back into the game after finishing the first half on the bench with 2 fouls. Inbound right wing goes to Bourne. Back to Harris straight away. Wilkes with it between the rings. Navigates down onto the block, looking inside for Toussaint. They lob it to the big man, who was grabbed by Anderson. They tried to throw it to his left hand. Anderson had hold of his right arm, pulled him the other way, and it will be West Virginia State ball out of bounds. 3 fouls now on Point Park's leading scorer, Aiden Anderson. So we'll have to keep track of that as the second half goes on. Inbounds pass deflected, right back to Bourne. He takes it in the corner. One dribble, pops the 3, missed off the back of the rim. Belkadar skies for the rebound. It's tipped out of bounds to stay with West Virginia State. He out-jumped Anderson, and Anderson just deflected it out past the baseline. Bourne lobs it out to Harris in the corner. Gives it back to Bourne. Jab steps right, drives left. Bourne pulls it back behind the 3-point line. Left side to Belkadar. Into the corner, Wilkes lobbed for Toussaint. He's doubled, he puts it up, it doesn't matter. He lays it in. 20 points for Emmerich Toussaint, battling through that bang on his left knee. Full court pressure from West Virginia State. Warner, left side, Welch across midcourt. Up the floor, Williams, left corner, left alone. Missed the 3 off the back of the rim. Wilkes tips the rebound. Harris has it for West Virginia State. 4-point game, 52-48, coming up on a minute off the clock here in the second half. Harris right side, Wilkes out high. Around Belkadar, left wing. Jab steps, drives baseline, spins back to his right, turns the corner, leaves his feet, makes a pass to Toussaint, who hop steps through 2 defenders and scores. There's no answer for Emmerich Toussaint inside. He's got 22 points, and West Virginia State trails by 2, 52-50. Stewart to Warner on the right wing. West Virginia State in its 2-3 zone. High post, the ball goes to Stewart. He faces up. Puts down a right-hand dribble, back to Warner. He'll take the 3 over Wilkes. He swished it. Caden Warner makes it a 5-point game, 55-50. Warner's got 9. He's perfect from the field with 4 assists. Belkadar drives with the right hand, stops right of the lane, steps through 2 defenders, puts up a runner, missed it right side. Rebound Stewart, headed the other way for Point Park. Stewart to the top of the key, pitches it. Williams down the lane, lays it up, couldn't score it. Rebound Belkadar, come back the Jackets. Up the floor to Toussaint, Euro step in the lane, puts it off the glass with a reverse 2. Emmerich Toussaint's got 24. Stewart back the other way, put it off the front of the rim. He was hit by Belkadar. And now Jalen Stewart will go to the free throw line. Jalen Stewart, the left-handed point guard out of Buffalo, New York. Just a 50% free throw shooter, though. Spins the ball in his right hand, sends it to the rim, and missed it. Toussaint still favoring that left knee, is going to adjust that wrap. Belkadar will come out, and Subject comes in. 17:52 to play second half. 3-point West Virginia State deficit, 55-52. Jalen Stewart looking to make it 4 here for Point Park. Second shot, got that one to go. Bourne takes it out of bounds, gets it to Subject as Point Park's picked up some diamond pressure. Subject throws it wide of Wilkes. It's tracked down by Harris. He brings it top of the key. Crosses over left hand as he goes down the lane. Puts it off the window, won't go. Rebound tipped. Toussaint's got it. He's fouled by Anderson. They say that's a shooting foul as well. It'll put Toussaint at the line, and Aiden Anderson's picked up his 4th personal. Leads this Point Park team in scoring at about 16 a game. He scored 15 in the first half, but now he's got 4 fouls. That'll send Keelan Allen back to the scorer's table. And Toussaint's going to shoot 2 after he tried to stick that one back. First shot for the big man on the way. He got it. Have yourself a day, Toussaint. He's got 25. He's 9 for 11 from the field, and now 7 of 7 at the free throw line. Anderson out of the game. Allen's the biggest player on the roster at 6'7", 220, but he picked up 3 fouls in about 2 minutes of game time in the first half. Second shot for Toussaint won't go. Harris had the rebound for a moment. It's deflected out of bounds, and we'll go back to Point Park. So it's a 3-point game, 56-53. And West Virginia State picks up full court, 2-2-1. Warner throws it into Allen, right back to Warner. To Stewart on the left side, back across Warner. Middle of the floor, Allen across midcourt. Allen with a right-hand dribble, navigates away from Bourne, gives it up. Back for Caden Warner to set the play into the high post for Stewart. Left side, Grant Welch, an open look at 3. He got it. Can't give him an inch of space. Welch has 18, and his 4th three-pointer goes down to make it a 6-point advantage. Wilkes dribbling through the center jump circle. Gives it up left side to Norris Bourne. Left hand bounce underneath. Toussaint spin, scores. I mean, there's just not an answer. Amaric Toussaint has 27. West Virginia State down by 4, 59-55. Warner into the front court. Whips it underneath to Allen, who lays it up. Can't get it to go. Rattled around and fell off. Rebound Cameron Wilkes the other way. Toussaint trailing the play. Still dealing with that bump on his left knee. Subject gets the ball left wing to Bourne. Harris straight away sizes up Welch. Puts down the right-hand dribble underneath Toussaint. Working on Allen, double team. Back out to Harris. A 3 on the way. That one's good. 1-point game, 59-58. Trey Harris with his 3rd three-pointer of the game. He's got 16. Stewart against the pressure of Norris Bourne. Bounces it over midcourt to Allen down on the right wing. Back to Stewart out high. Left of the circle, it goes to Caden Warner. Across Greg Williams, right wing 3, he'll take it. Missed it off the front of the rim. Rebound Trey Harris. West Virginia State a chance to take its first lead of the second half. Up the left side, Subject. Back to Harris straight on. Guarded by Stewart, gets a screen from Subject. Goes behind his back onto the left wing. He stops, he takes the 3. It's off the back of the rim, no. Rebound fought for Toussaint. Had it taken away by Allen. Baseball pass up the floor to Williams, who lays it in over Bourne. So Point Park back ahead by 3, 61-58. Wilkes over the halfway line to the left side for Norris Bourne on the pass. Looking inside for Toussaint. Back out high. Subject drives with the right hand. Gets to the hoop. Lays it in plus the foul. Subject with a burst of speed down the lane. Nobody picked him up. And he's got a free throw to tie the game. Subject had 19 to lead West Virginia State back on Wednesday against Salem. Emeka Anwa is going to come into the game here for Point Park to replace Allen, so they're going to go really small again. Williams and Allen, the 2 biggest players on the floor at 6'4". That foul is the 3rd on Jalen Stewart. West Virginia State's Jalen Subject can tie the game with this foul shot. The lefty puts it up and puts it in. We're all even at 61. 15:27 left in this Mountain East Conference matchup. Stewart walks it up against Bourne. Goes to his left hand, pushes off to get into the front court. Up to Williams' left side. Back to Stewart. Dances his way into the lane to Welch. Left wing 3. Got it again. Again, you just cannot give him any daylight. Welch with his 5th 3 has 21 points. Wilkes sets it in the half-court 2-3 zone now for Point Park. Harris, right wing, holds it overhead to Bourne in the corner, quickly takes the 3, rims out, offensive rebound. Toussaint couldn't tip it in, got it back, lays it up and scores. West Virginia State wants another foul call, didn't get it, but they're back within one. Toussaint has 29 points with 15 minutes to play. Stewart shovels it to Warner in the center, jump circle. Welch left side, high post back to Stewart. Guarded by Toussaint. Fakes the pass, puts down a dribble. Back to Warner, straight away. Catch and shoot three, got it. Dead eye from straight away. Caden Warner has 15 points. He's a perfect 5 for 5 from the field and 4 for 4 from three. 67-63. It goes high post to Subject. He's triple teamed. Skip to Bourne right side, and a push foul is called underneath. Toussaint was shoved to the ground, and Emeka Anwa is going to be called for his third personal. That will bring Keelan Allen back into the game after a timeout on the floor. 67-63. Point Park leads West Virginia State. It's Yellow Jacket basketball on 107.3 The Beat. 1 minute for this.
For over 4 decades, the health plan has been rooted in your community and the state of West Virginia. A steady part of your family and your business. We're here for you with health services designed to manage and improve your well-being. The health plan is powered by a team of dedicated healthcare professionals and trusted local partners. Because your health deserves more than just coverage. It deserves commitment. The health plan. Here for you.
West Virginia State trails Point Park by 4. Yellow Jacket basketball out of the timeout with 14-14 left in this game. Both of these teams desperately needing a win today, each with just one win in Mountain East Conference play and an opportunity to build some momentum through the middle part of the schedule. Norris Bourne will inbound it. Baseline left out of bounds. Looking to come back within a possession. Inbound goes to Trey Harris in the corner, and he throws it into the backcourt. Cameron Wilkes tracks it down, and it's an over and back violation. Not what you were looking for there out of the timeout if you're West Virginia State. It'll go back to Point Park, which is led by as much as 13 in this game. West Virginia State had it down to 6 at halftime. We were tied at 61. But Point Park has gotten its offense going these last couple possessions. Jalen Stewart with the ball right wing. Into the corner for Greg Williams, who fumbled the ball. It was deflected by Jalen Subject out of bounds. It's bounced inside on the inbound to Keelan Allen. Into the corner now for Greg Williams on the right side. Williams picks up the dribble to Stewart out on the wing, guarded by Norris Bourne. Pushes off with the left arm, steps back for three, and buries it. Lead back to 7 for Point Park. Bourne tried to draw the offensive foul. Didn't get the whistle, and Stewart knocked it down. 70-63. Wilkes out high for West Virginia State against the 2-3 zone. Gets a screen from Jalen Subject going to his left, gets it to Bourne, left wing three to answer. Missed it long, Subject fighting for the rebound. It falls to Allen, who got away with a travel. He picks it up and gives it to Stewart. Allen got his feet going before the basketball, but the officials didn't see it that way. At least that's how I saw it. Warner now with a right wing three. Missed it long. Bourne flips it inbounds. Back to Cameron Wilkes. Long pass up the floor. Toussaint rises to meet it. It goes through his hands out of bounds. Rob Keys checking back in for Point Park. Will replace Stewart. 13:06 left in the game. 70-63, the Point Park lead over West Virginia State. Warner lobs it into the front court for Allen. He's harassed by Bourne. Back for Warner. And left side, Keys fakes a pass inside, trying to size up West Virginia State's 2-3 to Welch. Left corner, takes the three, left it short. Long rebound, he tracks it down himself. Back to Welch, skipped right corner. Williams wide open, missed the three-pointer. Rebound Subject, grab and go the other way. 2-on-1 with Bourne. Subject keeps it himself, takes it to the rim, couldn't finish. Rebound tipped away. Williams has it, lost it in the backcourt, grabbed by Bourne. Bourne, Euro step, lays it in. 5-point game, 70-65. Warner gets the inbound, throws it middle of the floor for Allen. Now to Welch, who steps over midcourt with 12:15 to play. Point Park ahead, 70-65 here inside the Walker Convocation Center at West Virginia State. Right of the circle, ball goes to Greg Williams. Back to Rob Keys between the rings to reset. 12 on the shot clock. Welch's pass deflected. It's stolen by Trey Harris. 3-on-2. Yellow Jackets ahead. Bourne down the left side. Wrapped up by Keys. Thrown to the floor. Whistle and a foul. The only question, do they say he was going up for the shot in the process? And now we've got a situation over on the West Virginia State bench because it seems after that last play, West Virginia State's athletic trainer that's Caleb Curtis had a couple words with the official, and then he was ejected from the bench. And then there was some frustration from KC over on the bench as well after he was told to leave the bench. And now it looks like Haley Bassett, who is the assistant director of sports medicine here for West Virginia State and the athletic trainer for the women's team, is going to come down onto the bench and take over after Caleb Curtis was told to head back to the locker room by one of our officials. So Norris Bourne's at the free throw line. He's going to shoot two. And he has a chance to make this a one-possession game. He makes the first. Bourne now with 13 points for the Yellow Jackets. Substitutions for Point Park. Welch and Warner out. Jaden Davis and Emeka Anwa back in. 11:58 to play in this second half. Second shot for Bourne. That one's good. 3-point game. 70-66 is the advantage for Point Park. Inbound comes to Jaden Davis up the right side. Spins back to his left hand, guarded tightly by Wilkes. Gets it over the timeline with 3 seconds to spare. To Allen between the circles, back to Davis. In the jump circle to reset. 11:45 left on the clock. Anwa gets the ball now, bounces it to Davis again on the right side. 10 on the shot clock. Davis centers it to Keys left wing. He drives with the right hand, stops in the lane. 15-footer on the way, rattles in. 11:30 to play, second half, 72-67. Point Park ahead of West Virginia State. Wilkes up the floor to Subject. He gets it across midcourt. And again, Point Park has gone back man-to-man. Wilkes works it right side, spins back to his left, nearly lost the handle, grabbed by Anwa, got it back. Off to Subject, left side, he'll pop the three. Missed it long, rebound off the back of the rim by Anwa. Out to Davis, right side, coming up on 11 minutes to play. West Virginia State switches back man-to-man here in the half court. Davis dribbles it left hand, back between the rings, finds Allen cutting left side, grabs it on the block, guarded by Toussaint, spins left, follow-away jumper, missed it long, rebound tipped by Harris. It's grabbed underneath by Keys. He's double-teamed down on the right block. Keys tied up by Toussaint, rips it away, throws it to the corner by Anqua. Now to the top of the key for Davis to reset. 10 on the shot clock. Allen comes to set him a screen. He gets it working to his right. Davis stops, finds Allen cutting down the lane. Pass deflected, out of bounds. Point Park ball with 3 seconds on the shot clock. And Ryan Granditz is going to take a timeout for Point Park. 10:33 to play, second half. And that should take us to a timeout on the floor. Immediate timeout, I should say. They're all timeouts on the floor. 10:33 to play, second half, and that is going to be bumped up to immediate timeout. We'll take it as well. West Virginia State trails Point Park 72-67. It's Yellow Jacket basketball on 107.3 The Beat.
You have dreams.
A better life, a better job, a better you.
So where do you start to build the skills necessary to get there?
At West Virginia State, you are not just a number, you are who you choose to be.
You receive personal attention from award-winning faculty.
You study in nationally recognized programs.
You learn the skills that will get you the job you know you can have.
No matter where you want to go
or what you want to do,
it starts at State.
Little General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. That's nearly 50 years of providing those essential needs for your daily journey. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. We know these last couple years haven't been easy, but with every sunrise and sunset, you keep us going. To the LG family, the moms, dads, sisters, brothers, sons, and daughters of West Virginia, thank you.
West Virginia State down by 5. Point Park basketball with 3 seconds on the shot clock. 10:33 to play in this one. Point Park coach Ryan Grandit's taking a timeout to draw up a play here late in the shot clock. Hassan Belkadar back in for West Virginia State. Inbound coming in, and now a whistle and a foul away from the ball before the pass. And it's Keelan Allen who's going to be called for his 4th. Didn't see the contact away from the ball. All I saw was that Norris Bourne was on the floor and in a lot of pain. And it looks like they may be taking a look at this. Officials going to come together. We've got to look at it here on the MEC TV stream, and it's just a really hard illegal screen. I'm going to be honest with you, not anything that appeared intentionally malicious to me there from Keelan Allen. But it is definitely a foul, and it's his 4th, excuse me. He's number 6. I looked up at the scoreboard, saw 6 and 4. You can't get 6. It's personal foul number 4 against number 6. And the officials got together, had a conversation. Again, he just kind of swung his right shoulder into Norris Bourne as he set the screen. And Bourne went down hard. It is a foul against Allen, but it looks like it's going to stay a common foul. So this is becoming a problem for Point Park. They've got 2 guys over 6'4", and that's Allen and Aiden Anderson. They both have 4 fouls with 10.5 minutes left. Allen comes out, Grant Welch back in, and West Virginia State, for the moment, does not have Emmerich Toussaint on the floor. So we'll have to see how quickly Brian Poore goes back to AT. It's Wilkes looking inside onto the block for Trey Harris, guarded by Anwa. He drives down the baseline, spins, puts it off the glass and in. Trey Harris makes it a 3-point game, 72-69. Harris has 18 for West Virginia State. Welch over midcourt left side. Met there by Harris. One hands it to Jaden Davis straight on. Left of the circle now for Anwa. West Virginia State stays in its zone defense. Davis down on the right wing, brings it back to the center of the floor. Across to Rob Keys, back to Davis. Reversed right corner, Greg Williams. Davis on the right wing, looks to find a cutting Anwa down on the baseline. Back to Williams, quickly takes the 3. Left it short, rebound, tipped. Keys has it, falls to the floor. It's a traveling violation. And that will again take us to a timeout with 9:45 to play here in the second half. Point Park ahead of West Virginia State, 72-69. The Yellow Jackets trail it by 3. This is West Virginia State basketball on 107.3 The Beat. One minute for this one.
For over 4 decades, the health plan has been rooted in your community and the state of West Virginia. A steady part of your family and your business. We're here for you with health services designed to manage and improve your well-being. The health plan is powered by a team of dedicated healthcare professionals and trusted local partners. Because your health deserves more than just coverage. It deserves commitment. The health plan. Here for you.
Timeout after a traveling violation called against Rob Keys of Point Park. He's been replaced in the lineup by Caden Warner. So you've got 4 of the starters on the floor here for Point Park. The only substitute in the game is Emeka Anwa. West Virginia State also has 4 starters, and Jalen Subject is the lone reserve in the game. Point Park going to show some full court pressure here and now back it off as Cameron Wilkes brings it up against Caden Warner. Wilkes across the time stripe, bounces it down onto the left wing, now looks inside for Trey Harris. He's double teamed, runs into Anwa, who goes flying off, and it doesn't matter. Harris lays it in, no whistle for a foul either way, and West Virginia State's within 1. Trey Harris has 20. 72-71, it's Warner onto the right side against the full court press for Stewart. Back to Warner over midcourt for Welch, pass through his hands, stolen by Harris. West Virginia State can take its first lead of the second half with a bucket here. 9:10 to go in the game. Wilkes centers it up back out high. Waves Belkadar through on the left side. Harris pops out onto the wing, can't get it to him. Wilkes crosses over left hand, now hands it off to Trey. He takes it down the lane, stops, puts it up. Shot partially blocked by Warner. Offensive rebound, Belkadar can't score. Rebound grabbed by Harris again. Whistle, foul, free throws. That foul goes against Grant Welch. He ripped the rebound away from Welch, did Trey Harris. And Harris was fouled on the way back up. Emmerich Toussaint dealing with that big knock on his left knee that he got Wednesday against Salem, then re-aggravated today, has gone over to the stationary bike back in the tunnel to try to keep that loose. West Virginia State's going to need him down the stretch, 29 points, and frankly, Point Park just hasn't had an answer for him. That's the second foul on Welch. Harris ties the game with the free throw. And he can give West Virginia State its first lead since the 15:09 mark of the first half. Harris sends it to the rim. Hits back iron, no good. We stay tied. 72 all with 8:50 left. Stewart across midcourt, West Virginia State in its 3-2 zone defense. Welch left side, back to Stewart, around to Warner. Warner pitches it to Stewart, who pops out, foul line extended on the right. Stewart attacks into the lane, stops, bumped by Harris, a whistle, and he'll get 2 free throws. Stewart got Harris off of his feet with that hop step, and he'll shoot 2. Stewart with 9 points in the game to go with 6 assists. The floor general sends this one to the rim. Free throw left it short. That's the first foul on Trey Harris. Team foul number 2 against West Virginia State. Second shot for Stewart on the way is good. Puts Point Park, that is, back ahead 73-72. 1 point advantage for the Pioneers. And we'll get a whistle. And Harris, looks like there's an equipment issue as he's going to be sent back to the sideline by one of the officials. And it looks like a blood situation on the jersey. They got the spray out to work on that. Toussaint's returned to the bench for West Virginia State. And it looks like they're going to be able to remove that stain on the jersey for Harris in enough time to get him back on the floor. 8:27 left second half. Harris able to stay in the game. 73-72 is the Point Park lead. Bourne will throw it in from the top of the West Virginia State bench. Point Park in that 2-3 zone, again playing very small with Anwa and Williams, both at 6'4", the biggest guys on the floor for them. Now the officials have noticed more blood on the jersey of Trey Harris, and he's going to come out of the game and Toussaint will return. That's going to lead Ryan Granditz to go back with 6'7" Keelan Allen, and he's going to go back out with 4 fouls. 8.5 minutes to play. Wilkes gets the inbound from Bourne. They'll set things up, 20 on the shot clock. Right side, it goes to Belkadar. He bounces it underneath for Toussaint. Turns, puts it up with the right hand, can't get it to go. Rebound Allen underneath for Point Park. 1 point lead for the Pioneers. Warner slows the pace as he comes across midcourt. Skips it right side to Welch, fakes a pass inside, back to Warner. He's going to take a deep three over Bourne. Missed it off the back of the rim. Subject tips the rebound and grabs it himself. Outlet left side goes to Cameron Wilkes over midcourt. A chance to take the lead again for West Virginia State. Wilkes lobs it to Belkadar. High post Subject. Shot fake, one dribble. Here's a jumper from 12. Missed it off the back of the rim after going for the bank shot. Rebound Point Park. Warner up the floor right side to Welch. Back out high to the point guard. High post Jalen Stewart attacking on the dribble. Out to Onwa right side corner. Jab steps back to Welch. 7:30 left in the game. Point Park leads it by 1, 73-72. Pass from Warner into the high post for Allen. He turns to face the basket. Out for Stewart. He drives. Toussaint reaches in and fouls him. Shot clock was down to 4, and Toussaint fouled out Stewart because he couldn't keep him in front. Team foul number 3 against West Virginia State. Second personal called against Amrik Toussaint. State goes back to the zone defense. Stewart inbounds it for Caden Warner just inside the halfway line. To Welch on the left side. Fakes a pass, now skips it to Warner on the right. High post to Stewart. Nobody picks him up. Turnaround 15-footer. He's hit from behind and fouled. Looks like they'll get Bourne. 2 shots coming here for Jalen Stewart. That foul on Norris Bourne is his third. Nobody really in dire straits in terms of fouls for West Virginia State, as Bourne is the only player with 3. Stewart to the line where he's 2 for 4. The lefty puts it up, left it short. Harris checks in. He'll get Belkadar. They got his equipment situation figured out. Also have wrapped up his right thumb. Looks like he may have been cut open there. Second shot here coming for Stewart. That one off the right side, rebounded by Subject. Coming up on 7 minutes to play, still a 1-point game after an empty trip for Point Park. Wilkes, left side, Bourne against this extended 2-3 zone. They go to Toussaint high post. Right wing Harris, inside, down on the right side for Subject. Back to Wilkes straight away. Puts down a left-hand dribble, hop steps in the lane, pulls up from 12, left it short, rebounded by Onwa. Pressured by Toussaint, he gives it up to Warner. Warner across midcourt to the top of the key. Working left of the three-point circle. Brings it back between the rings. Guarded by Trey Harris. West Virginia State guarding man-to-man. Harris pokes it out from behind. Stolen away, picked up by Subject. Up to Wilkes. He navigates left side to Bourne. Quickly fires the 3. It just rims out. Harris tips the rebound. Wilkes has it at the free throw line. 6:25 to go. West Virginia State looking for the lead. No look pass. Wilkes inside. Harris scores. 23 points for Trey Harris, and West Virginia State leads for the first time since there were more than 15 minutes left in the first half. It's 74-73. Allen straight away, left side now to Warner. He drives with the left hand. Turned away by Toussaint. Throws a behind-the-back pass to Allen, who's pushed. There's a foul against West Virginia State. And Allen's going to the free throw line like he was shooting. Surely not. It's going to be Warner to inbound out of bounds. There's subs coming in as well for Point Park. That foul against Harris is his second. Aiden Anderson returns, playing with 4 fouls, and Greg Williams comes back into the game. Harris has to tie his shoe. Thought for a moment we were dealing with another equipment issue that would force him out of the game, but just needs to lace up that left shoe, and we're ready to go again. Warner gets it to Stewart in the deep left corner. Allen sets him a screen. Back to Warner straight away. Driving on Wilkes. Pulls up. Right elbow. 15-footer. Bang. Tough shot there for Caden Warner. Has Point Park back ahead. 75-74. 5:50 left to play. Wilkes walks it over the time stripe. Left side, Harris back to Wilkes. Right side, Bourne. Fakes a pass inside, gets it to Subject. Back to Wilkes. Reverse left wing. Harris takes the 3. Off the back of the rim, won't go. Rebound tipped by Warner, grabbed by Anderson. Pushed across midcourt, 3-on-3. Anderson, left wing, back for Warner. Open look at the 3. Left it short. Rebound goes out of bounds. West Virginia State ball. 5:28 left in the game. Point Park back ahead by 1, 75-74. West Virginia State able to take the lead there for a moment. A chance to do it again on this possession. Wilkes into the front court for Norris Bourne. Back to Wilkes on the give and go. Gets a screen from Subject, working to his left. Fakes a pass, now throws it around to Harris. Inside Toussaint, down on the block. He's hit and fouled. And that's going to put Emerick Toussaint at the free throw line. Chance at his first 30-point game of his career. His previous season and career high was 17 points against Wheeling earlier this season. He had more than that in the first half, and now he's got 30 with the free throw. Ties the game at 75. Toussaint, a 48% free throw shooter, is now 8 of 9 at the line. He's got good touch, had just struggled with a hand injury early in the year, and now has found his form at the free throw line, but he leaves that one short. Subject tips the rebound out to Harris. 75 all, West Virginia State basketball. Harris gets it out on the right wing, back to Bourne out high. 5 minutes to play, all even at 75. High post, the ball goes to Subject. Double team to Harris, right side, one dribble, hangs, double clutch layup, he lays it in. Trey Harris with 25 points has West Virginia State back ahead, 77-75. 4:45 to play here in this second half. West Virginia State has come back from 13 down in the first half to retake the lead. Williams fakes a pass inside, gets it to Warner between the rings. Left side, Grant Welch, guarded there by Norris Bourne. West Virginia State in its zone. Williams into the left side quarter for Warner, guarded there by Toussaint. Back around to the top of the key for Williams. Left side to Warner. He's left alone. One dribble, pops the three-pointer, left it long. Rebound underneath for Williams. Double team, steps through the trap, tries to get it to Warner. Now he does out on the right wing. Guarded there by Wilkes. 12 on a fresh shot clock. 4:12 left in this game. West Virginia State leads 77-75. Warner getting the play call from Ryan Granditz, gives it right side to Stewart. 5 on the shot clock. Stewart attacks with the left hand, cut off by Bourne. Out to Williams, deep left wing three. Off the front of the rim, no. Rebound tipped away from Harris. Welch has it. He'll pop the triple. He hit it. Point Park goes ahead by 1. 78-77. Grant Welch with his 6th three-pointer of the game. Reverse left side. This is Bourne on the wing. Back to Wilkes straight on. One dribble. He'll take us 3. That's off the back of the rim. He chases his own rebound. It's tipped. It's grabbed by Bourne on the sideline. He saves it, but it's taken by Warner. Up the floor. Here's Jalen Stewart. Pitched out to Welch. A shot fake on the left wing. Skip pass. Williams, right corner. Triple on the way. Yes. Point Park counter punches to go ahead by 4. 81-77 with 3:20 left in the game. It's a 6-0 run in less than 30 seconds. Subject right wing, back to Wilkes straight away. Over the top to Subject again, he hop steps. Wilkes fakes a pass, lobs it. Toussaint underneath, puts it up over Anderson, can't score. Anderson with the rebound, gives it to Warner. Toussaint fell to the floor, and that left knee's bothering him again. He can barely put any weight on it. 5-on-4, here's Warner for 3. It rims out. Harris tips the rebound, keeps it in play. Gives it up to Bourne on the right side. Norris Bourne across midcourt, sizes up Stewart, tries to step through 2 defenders, a reach in and a foul called against Point Park. And Toussaint, still in a lot of pain, has gone down onto the floor again. We've got a timeout with 2:43 to go. It's the final media timeout in regulation. Point Park leads West Virginia State 81-77. This is Yellow Jacket basketball on 107.3 The Beat. 1 minute here, please.
You have dreams.
A better life, a better job, a better you.
So where do you start to build the skills necessary to get there?
At West Virginia State, you are not just a number, you are who you choose to be.
You receive personal attention from award-winning faculty.
You study in nationally recognized programs.
You learn the skills that will get you the job you know you can have.
No matter where you want to go
or what you want to do,
it starts at State.
Little General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. That's nearly 50 years of providing those essential needs for your daily journey. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. We know these last couple years haven't been easy, but with every sunrise and sunset, you keep us going. To the LG family, the moms, dads, sisters, brothers, sons, and daughters of West Virginia, thank you.
2:43 to play between West Virginia State and Point Park. It's Yellow Jacket ball with a couple free throws coming here for Norris Bourne. West Virginia State in the bonus. 9 team fouls against Point Park, so it'll be 1-1 coming up for Bourne. That's the 4th foul called against Jalen Stewart of Point Park. So 4 on Stewart, 4 on Aiden Anderson, 4 on Keelan Allen, who's now back on the bench with the starters in the game for the Pioneers. Rick Toussaint, dealing with some cramping for West Virginia State, has gone to the sideline. Hassan Belkadar back into the game. Bourne shooting 1-1 makes the first. The second free throw can make it a 2-point game. All 5 players on the floor for Point Park are in double figures now. Second shot for Bourne, good. 81-79 our score. Norris Bourne with 15, make it 16 points for the Jackets. Breaking the pressure, the ball goes into the front court to Aiden Anderson, given back to Stewart, now out high for Caden Warner. West Virginia State in its 3-2 zone, still 2.5 minutes to play. Greg Williams gets the ball left wing on Hassan Belkadar into the corner. Now underneath, Aiden Anderson puts it up, plus the foul. 3-point play coming for Anderson, who has barely played in this second half after picking up 2 quick fouls, and he will go to the line after his first basket since halftime. 3rd foul against Trey Harris, team foul 6 on West Virginia State. Free throw on the way from Anderson is good. Again, he shoots over 96% at the line. 5-point game, 84-79. Jalen Subject over midcourt for West Virginia State down the right side. Crosses over, looking to attack on Anderson. Back to Cameron Wilkes, left wing Hassan Belkadar, going to take a 3 with a hand in his face, and he banked it in. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, and Hassan Belkadar certainly lucky on that one. Makes it a 2-point game. 2 minutes left. It's Williams between the circles for Point Park. Jalen Stewart comes and gets the basketball. Lays down a left-hand dribble guarded by Cameron Wilkes. Working left of the circle, Grant Welch sets him a screen. Stewart had it poked loose. It's picked up by Williams. Ball deflected again, out of bounds this time by Norris Bourne. Trey Harris nearly had a steal and was headed the other way for West Virginia State. Trey Harris with 25 today. Still not quite at his career high of 31, scored against Glenville State earlier this year. Stewart to throw it in from in front of the bench. Gets it to Anderson, handed back to Stewart. He attacks with the left hand, stops at the free throw line. Kicked back out. Here's Anderson on a right wing 3. Got it. Swished home from Aiden Anderson. 90 seconds left in the game. Point Park by 5. Trey Harris working on Stewart for West Virginia State to Belkadar straight on. Left hand dribble, picks it up. Now he's going to take a straightaway 3. Missed it off the left side. Not the shot you're looking for West Virginia State. Warner rebounds, gets it left side to Stewart. 75 seconds to go. Stewart hit by Belkadar in the open floor, and that's going to put Jalen Stewart at the line. 1-1 coming up for Stewart, who has struggled from the charity stripe. He's 2 of 5, shooting just 50% on the season. He's got 10 points, 7 assists. Has really impacted this game a few ways. First shot from Stewart is good. Blake Goodman will check in for West Virginia State to replace Belkadar. First time we've seen him in the second half. Lead up to 6 for Point Park. Right where it was at halftime. Second shot here coming for Stewart. Lefty sends it up. That one's good too. 89-82. West Virginia State's got to work quickly. 1:10 left in this game, down 7. Wilkes across midcourt to the Subject on the right side. He drives on Anderson into the lane, steps through, lays it off the glass with the left hand and scores. Brian Poore will take a timeout with 1:02 left in the game. 89-84. Point Park ahead of West Virginia State by 5. It's a 30-second timeout called by West Virginia State. Subject, after scoring 19 on Wednesday, has been bottled up for the most part here today. That's his 5th point. Has only taken 5 shots. So we'll see what the pressure defense looks like here from West Virginia State. Again, no fouls to give for either team. West Virginia State shooting 2 on the next foul by Point Park. West Virginia State really not worried about a lot of foul trouble either. Harris and Bourne each have 3. Point Park has Anderson, Stewart, and Allen all with 4, but Allen's on the bench as all 5 starters are in the game for Ryan Granditz. Looks like full court man-to-man out of the timeout for West Virginia State. Both teams keeping the same lineups on the floor. Warner will throw it in. Gets it to Grant Welch. Wilkes nearly comes up with the steal, poked it free. It's bounced back to Warner to bring it up against Harris. Left-hand dribble across midcourt, gives it up for Stewart. Bourne is his defender just inside the halfway stripe. Stewart able to turn the corner, get around Bourne to the free throw line. Picks it up back to Warner right side. 45 seconds on the clock. Drives into Harris, gets stolen away. Harris stripped it, he takes it the other way. Harris steps through, lays it in, and he's fouled. Warner tried to cut in and knock the ball free. Instead, Harris takes it up and lays it in. This free throw can make it a 2-point game. 89-86 our score. That foul on Warner is his first. Trey Harris to the line. He's 3 for 5 there. He's got 27 points. Great body control to put that one off the glass. 40 seconds on the clock. A huge steal there for Trey Harris. Warner tried to drive into his body, and he was just able to knock the ball loose. Free throw up, off back iron, no. Rebound tipped by Subject. Anderson has it, whistle foul called against Blake Goodman. 1-1 coming for Anderson, who has missed 1 free throw the whole season. Third foul on Blake Goodman, but still 38 seconds on the clock. Anderson, not the guy you want to put at the line by any means, but still working to extend this game for West Virginia State. Anderson with 21 points is a perfect 2 of 2 at the line right now. And again, 1 miss all season. And it's not going to be that one either. He makes it. He'll get the second shot here. Lead back to 4 for Point Park, makes it a 2-possession game. Second shot on the way, that rattles in 2. Emeka Anwa will come into the game for Point Park to replace Warner. Get one of the better defenders on this team into the game. And again, Toussaint's on the sideline for West Virginia State with 30 points. Inbound to Bourne. Jackets got to go fast. Down by 5. Bourne nearly lost the handle, gets it back. Attacking on Welch. Into the lane, lays it up. No. Push on the rebound. Subject shoved by Williams. And it's going to be 2 free throws for Jalen Subject. I mean, Williams ran right in behind him and shoulder checked him out of the way. And Norris Bourne's the one at the free throw line, and I think there's some confusion as to who it's supposed to be. Yeah, it's going to be Subject. Bourne thought the foul was called on the shot, so he went to the line. It was called on the rebound. It's going to be Subject shooting 2. 77% free throw shooter. First shot up from the lefty, left it short. Warner back in to replace Anwa. 29 seconds on the clock. Second shot for Subject is good. Timeout called by West Virginia State to set up the pressure here with 29 seconds left. Point Park ahead by 4, 91-87. 30-second timeout called by the Yellow Jackets. You look at the numbers for either team, and it's been a few guys shouldering the load for both. Toussaint has 30, but again has dealt with that bruised left knee as well as some cramps here in the second half. He's on the bench. Harris is up to 27. Norris Bourne has 14. The 5 starters have done almost everything for Point Park. Just 5 bench points for Ryan Grandit's team. You've got Welch with 24, Anderson 23, Warner 17, Stewart 12, Williams 10. Full court man-to-man pressure here from West Virginia State. Warner to throw it in, 29 seconds on the clock. Pressured by Norris. Bourne runs the baseline, gets it into the left side for Williams, guarded by Wilkes. Williams puts down a right-hand dribble. Here comes the double. He flips it over the top to Warner into the front court. Wilkes pressures the ball. 20 seconds on the shot clock. He reaches in and now fouls to send Warner to the free throw line. Caden Warner's a 92% free throw shooter. He's 1 for 1 at the line so far. Converted a 4-point play back in the first half. At this point, for Point Park, you just got to make your free throws and keep West Virginia State off the line. Warner, one dribble, sends it to the rim. He got it. Can make this a 6-point game if he goes 2 for 2. Had a couple words for Trey Harris before taking that shot. Now he makes it. Onwa back in for Warner. 17 seconds left on this second half clock. West Virginia State needs to make something happen and quick. Inbound to Harris, 17 seconds, start running. Harris quickly over midcourt. Goes behind his back, working with the left hand, down onto the wing, takes a contested 3, left it short. Rebound for Welch, and the final 7 seconds will tick off the clock. Welch gets it over midcourt, and that'll be it from the Walker Convocation Center. Point Park outlasts West Virginia State 93-87 with a blistering hot offensive performance, including 17 three-pointers. West Virginia State suffers its 9th loss of the season. We'll be back to recap it after this. It's Yellow Jacket basketball on 107.3 The Beat. 2 minutes on this one, please.
You have dreams.
A better life, a better job, a better you.
So where do you start to build the skills necessary to get there?
At West Virginia State, you are not just a number, you are who you choose to be.
You receive personal attention from award-winning faculty.
You study in nationally recognized programs.
You learn the skills that will get you the job you know you can have.
No matter where you want to go
or what you want to do,
it starts at State.
No weekend plans? Try some of ours. From unrivaled outdoor adventure you won't find anywhere else in the world, to hometown plates and platters that pair well with the local craft beers. The happiest hours start here. Mountaineer Country. Come, go wild.
Little General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. That's nearly 50 years of providing those essential needs for your daily journey. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. We know these last couple years haven't been easy, but with every sunrise and sunset, you keep us going. To the LG family, the moms, dads, sisters, brothers, sons, and daughters of West Virginia, thank you.
For over 4 decades, the health plan has been rooted in your community and the state of West Virginia. A steady part of your family and your business. We're here for you with health services designed to manage and improve your well-being. The health plan is powered by a team of dedicated healthcare professionals and trusted local partners. Because your health deserves more than just coverage. It deserves commitment. The health plan. Here for you.
West Virginia State falls to Point Park, 93-87 at the conclusion of this one. Trailed by 6 at the half and lose it by 6. Look at the numbers. Both teams with great shooting days, but Point Park just incredible from the field. 31 of 56, 55% shooting, and 17 of 35 from 3, made 49% of their three-pointers. West Virginia State, 32 of 65 from the floor, 5 of 21 from 3. Jackets shot 24 free throws, making 18. Point Park was 14 of 20 at the line. 13 Point Park turnovers to 6 for West Virginia State. Yellow Jackets scored 23 points off those turnovers. Point Park out-rebounds the Yellow Jackets 34-30. West Virginia State, though, with 11 offensive rebounds and 52 points in the paint. Not something we've seen all that often for West Virginia State this season. It is a lot of its scoring coming inside the lane, but that happened today, and you got to hope that's something that you can build off of. For Point Park, all 5 starters reached double figures, led by 24 points for Grant Welch, 23 for Aiden Anderson, 19 for Caden Warner, 12 points for Jalen Stewart, 10 for Greg Williams. Rob Keyes scored 3, and Keelan Allen scored 2 off the bench. West Virginia State led in the loss by Amaric Toussaint's career-high 30 points. He was 11 of 16 from the field and 8 of 10 at the free throw line. Trey Harris added 27 with 7 rebounds. Norris Bourne scores 14 for West Virginia State. Jalen Subject with 6. Hassan Belkadar with 3. Cameron Wilkes with 5. And Blake Goodman with 2. West Virginia State falls to 4-9 on the season, 1-5 in Mountain East Conference play. Point Park is 3-9 overall and 2-6 in the MEC after today's result. West Virginia State is back in action coming up on Wednesday when it hosts Davis and Elkins here inside the Walker Convocation Center. We hope you'll join us for that one. That is a 7:30 tip-off here from Institute. We will take the air at 7:20 for West Virginia State and Davis and Elkins. But that will do it for us. West Virginia State women's basketball victorious earlier today over Point Park, but the Pioneers extract a measure of revenge in the men's game, 93-87, our final score. So for Antoine Woods at the controls on Virginia Street in Charleston, I am Daniel Woods saying so long from the Walker Convocation Center. This has been a presentation of West Virginia State University Athletics on 107.3 The Beat.